Hey there, East Hartford. We had a town council meeting last night, and here are the updates. Right from the top of the agenda, we had a presentation by myself, the administration, on our community risk reduction pilot program. So just to give you a quick background on what community risk reduction is, it is a data-driven strategic process commonly used within fire departments and community partners to identify, prioritize, and mitigate local risk. By focusing on prevention through education, engineering, and enforcement, community risk reduction reduces the occurrence of fires, injuries, and emergencies, optimizing resources and improving public safety. So here in East Hartford, we actually are looking to expand community risk reduction, which, as I just mentioned, is an effort to mitigate local risks. So this is not about response after an emergency has happened. This is about mitigating that response beforehand. And I've always had this vision about making sure that our community is as prepared as possible should an emergency strike. But I want to make sure you're prepared before that emergency happens, not after, so that we're being as responsive as possible and not a reactive government, which I think is better for our residents. So here we're looking at how we can evaluate all types of risk outside of just traditional risk. And this includes things like food insecurity, job insecurity, you name it. We want to be able to holistically create a plan to build out this pilot program to be able to mitigate risk here in the town of East Hartford, which also will result in better government efficiency and better services provided to our residents in terms of emergency preparedness. So that is what we mean by community risk reduction. There'll be a lot more information coming out about that. On our agenda related to that were two referrals, one to Budget Committee, which was the consolidation of the Emergency Management Office, as well as the Fire Marshal's Office budget. These are two departments that have overlapping functions, such as hazardous mitigation, emergency preparedness, disaster preparation, fire code enforcement. So we're looking to consolidate those two budgets as a net zero consolidation. It is getting referred to the Budget Committee so the council can continue to review it. In addition to that, we have the Personnel and Pensions Subcommittee referral, which is for the proposal of two unfunded, and I want to be clear, these are unfunded job descriptions, one being a public life safety educator, as well as a community risk data management specialist. And so the public life safety educator is going to provide increased access to public life safety education for our residents so that you are as prepared as possible and have the tools and resources to make sure you and your family are prepared in the event of an emergency. As well as a data management specialist, which is going to help us build out the future division or program of community risk reduction based on East Hartford's conditions, right? So using data to really tailor our response and mitigation operation to the needs of the East Hartford community. So those are two referrals that are going to council. And as I mentioned, those positions are strictly unfunded. We are not asking for funding for them. We will take time to continue to build out this program before we ask for any funding from the council. To new business, we had recommendations from Real Estate Acquisition and Disposition Committee, which was for the exchange of land parcels with Simon Conover at 341 East River Drive. So if you guys remember, we've been talking about the Simon Conover project, which is going to be breaking ground this spring. It is for 160 market rate apartments that is going to be on East River Drive, 341 East River Drive. This was the last land swap that we need to do. So we took some of the developer's land, they took some of the town's land. This land is particularly important so that they are able to install signage for the new development. And then the land that we're getting, we actually will be able to connect to the trail system down at Great River Park. So it will be usable. We'll be able to make sure it benefits the public. And this was the last land swap we need to do in order to keep moving this project forward. The next items we have are two grant applications with the Capital Regional Council of Governments, also known as CROG. This is Local Transportation Capital Improvement Funding, also called LOTCIP. And this is for streetscape improvements both on Robert Street as well as Silver Lane. So this item just allowed us to apply for this funding. Doesn't mean we have acquired the funding, doesn't mean the designs that are within the packet are actually going to happen. It's just basically getting us in the queue. Further design revisions may happen after, and then we have to go back to council for approval. Next up, we had a referral to Fees Committee for the itinerant food service license fee at East Hartford Farmers Market. And so this was a referral from our health department, and this was to figure out a way that we could help small businesses by more appropriately reflecting the volume of business conducted during the farmers market and attaching our fee related to that volume. So just trying to make it a little more easier for small business owners who attend our farmers market, whether it's food trucks, whether it's local farms. We don't want to apply fees that are too high. The margins for them can be quite tight for events like this. So we want to make this profitable for them. So we're going to relook at our fees in fee committee and make sure that we're being good stewards with our small businesses as much as possible. We had our appointments to boards and commissions. I do want to thank both Howard Satalino and Gary Roy for their volunteering to be on their commissions once again. And then we also want to welcome Jacob O'Reilly, who will be on the Commission on Culture and Fine Arts, who is a new appointment. So we appreciate all you guys volunteering your time to be on our boards and commissions. Lastly, we had a refund of taxes. That was in the amount of $35,940.69. Per state law, if you have overpaid on your taxes, we do have to refund you. All right, my friends, that is all we got for you today. A busy agenda. For more information, visit the packet online under the Town Council tab under our easthartfordct.gov website. And stay tuned for more updates. Our next meeting, I believe, is February 17th. And just a reminder, our budget workshops are going to start Monday, February 23rd at 6 p.m. in the Town Council chambers. Join us. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe. I'll see you later.